Do you have a website? What's your user experience like? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 5 of our tips on how you can make your existing website's user experience much better. So user experience is basically how your customer, the user, uses your website. Now, you want this to be as pleasant as possible and as easy as possible for people to get from point A to point B. In fact, 70% of online businesses actually fail due to bad user experience, which is why it's so important. Our first tip today is make sure your website is optimized for mobile devices. Now, there's a lot of websites still being built to this day that they do not respond well on your mobile devices like your tablets and your phones, and it is super, super important. At last year's check, I think we were over 60% of users worldwide use their mobile devices to search the internet. So look, if your website's not mobile responsive, you're really hurting yourself. Statistics tell us that 50% of users will actually disengage with browsing on a website if it's not mobile friendly. And in fact, Google will actually penalize your search results if your website is not mobile friendly. So look, it's one of the most important things to do these days. Get your website mobile friendly. Number 2 is consistency is key. When your customer lands on your website, you really want to have a consistent style throughout their experience, which comes down to design and to the tone of the website. You basically don't want them clicking on a page and thinking they're on a completely different website. You want to instill trust and professionalism, and you do that with consistency. Number 3 is well-designed and written headings. Now, headings are a really great way to grab a user or a customer's attention. If you can understand, most people are quite time poor these days, so having well-written headings that explain what you do very well is a great way to enhance their experience. Most people will not have time to read all of the content on your website, especially on their first visit. So having these well-written headings is an amazing way of engaging your customer. Now, we actually recommend using a professional copywriter or someone in marketing to really help you with your content, as there's a particular way to word website copy that it really engages your audience. Number 4 is do not forget your call to actions. 70% of small businesses do not have call to actions on their website. This is massive, and it's such an easy thing to implement. Now, a call to action is usually a button for an inquiry or even to buy a product. Making that easy for your customer enhances their user experience, and it is super important. It could mean losing them or converting them. So get a call to action on your website if you don't have one already. Number 5, speed does matter. So if your website is still taking ages to load, even with fast internet, you're going to lose your customer really quickly. Now, our expectations are super high and our patience is super low. So there are certain ways you can optimize your website to make sure it's faster, and it will really affect your user experience and really affect your conversion on your website. So these are our 5 tips on creating a better user experience with your current website, or if you're building a new one. They're really important and they're quite easy to implement. Thanks so much for watching. Here's to designing with purpose, and see you next video.